Hi, Jared Volley here, creator of the Faster and Funnier stand-up comedy course. If you're trying to learn how to write stand-up comedy, there's one thing you need to make sure that it stays intact no matter which avenue you choose, and that is your originality. It doesn't matter how good you get at writing stand-up comedy. If you're writing it in a way that is unoriginal, then you can spend hours and hours and hours every single day for years, and you're not going to make much progress in your career because you're not going to be able to get a big fan base. And the reason is that fan base has a hard time remembering who you are because your writing blends in a lot with the way other people write as well. It's the comedians that can break out of that same writing pattern that almost every single comedian uses that just starts getting fans right away. And right when you make this change, your career will absolutely take off because you're now giving the audience a reason to remember who you are. I never had any fans until I threw away all the rules that every stand-up comedy how-to book told me to do. And right when I threw away those rules and started being original, people started knowing exactly who I was because I was getting those laughs that everyone else was getting, but in their mind, I was absolutely unique because I didn't develop my material exactly the same way other people do. And this is one of the biggest problems with doing joke formats, because a joke format is just like, you probably read about them already. If you're a brand new comedian, if you read any stand-up comedy books that are in like Barnes & Nobles or something, then you definitely have probably come through and seen them before. But it's the same exact way of writing material that so many comedians have used before. And it doesn't matter how, a lot of new comedians think, well, I'm still going to have a new joke even though I'm using the exact same method as everyone else to get to that, to get to a new joke. But the joke itself is very original. And yes and no. Yes, it is slightly original because nobody probably said it exactly the same way you did. However, your end material is a direct result of how you developed that material. So if you develop your material exactly the same way as everyone else, then it's very hard for me as an audience member to pick out the differences between everyone else. So yes, you'll see your material as being absolutely original, but the audience is going to have a very hard time because everyone else's material was original as well, and everyone else's material used that same method as well. And you're not going to get very far in your career because the audience member can't remember who you are. So if you want to learn how to be truly original, then check out creativestandup.com.